Rising moons, and thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Well, hello, everyone. Well, we have got a lot of news on the Halcy-Con front today, but we're going to start with some big stuff that just happened this past week. Cass, our wonderful programming director, Cass Morris, boy, you have been a busy Star Cruiser superfan. Not this past week, these past several months. What has this all culminated into recently, Cass?
This all culminated in finally getting to send out our acceptances for programming and panelists. My folks asked me what I did on the 4th of July, and I said, well, I spent 5 hours looking at a spreadsheet because that was my idea of a good time on the holiday so that we could send everything out yesterday. So if you are somebody who submitted a programming submission that made it through to the community vote round, or if you submitted a panelist application, you should have an email in your inbox. If you do not, or if you think you do not, check your spam filter. The Halcy-Con emails are still occasionally getting sent into those. And if you still don't have one, then email me because goodness knows there could be Minox in the system chewing on things, and I'll be able to let you know what's up.
But Cass, it's especially important that people have to actually respond to you.
Yes, please do. Please do.
So what happens is Cass has actually sent out the email saying you've been accepted, but you need to accept our acceptance. And you have 1 week to do so that we actually know, yes, you really are, you've been accepted. Are you committing to this incredible thing that you said you want to do at Halcy-Con?
That is very true. It's also my chance to confirm everyone's session titles, your session descriptions, because that might have changed a little bit since you submitted, to confirm bios, to make sure that's in the third person format, so that everything will look the same on our website. So that's also what you're confirming when you're confirming the email, is not just your acceptance, but those details as well, because soon we're going to be able to put everything up on the website and have everyone see what the at least slate of events will be. The full schedule will not be out until much later in the summer, but the at least slate of programming that will be available, we are hoping to get up soon, before the end of the month.
The actual final schedule, we're kind of following the standard convention of 2 weeks prior to the event. We're actually saying this is the days, this is the times, this is the rooms, because there's still a ton of work that we're doing, and specifically by we, I mean Cass is doing behind the scenes to make sure that people that have volunteered for multiple things don't have conflicting times, that the different sessions play nice from an AV perspective, that we don't have directly competing things too often scheduled head to head. So there's a ton of spreadsheet work ahead of you, Cass.
I love it. I love it. And yes, that's a lot of what I'll be doing, is making sure that if we have, say, a panel focused on immersive entertainment, we don't have a workshop about immersive acting happening at the exact same time. As much as possible, I'm going to try to make sure that there aren't conflicting interests happening simultaneously. It may be unavoidable in some circumstances, but I'm going to do the best I can. And I can tell you all that we have several sessions of lightsaber training available, because the interest in that was so huge, so huge, that we have been able to send out acceptances to a few different trainers. So you'll have a choice of trainers. There'll be multiple times on both days that you'll have that available to you, as well as all the many other fantastic things that everyone submitted. And I truly am, everyone who submitted, whether we were able to accept you or not, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this. I wish we could have taken everybody. There were things that didn't make the cut that I very much wanted to see, but they just, between our constraints of time and space, the shape of the space we're in this year, we couldn't take everyone, but I appreciate so much every single submission that we got.
It is dozens and dozens of things that we have.
I mean, for a first-year event, it's overwhelming how much joy there is that people want to put into this.
We're so excited. And this is just the programming that the participants have given to us. This isn't even the programming that the event team's kind of putting together themselves behind the scenes.
And there will still be surprises after we put out the slate in a couple of weeks. That will not be the complete program of events. There are still some surprises we're working on. There's some things that are happening behind the scenes. So there'll be surprises closer to the event as well, which is another part of my schedule Tetris, is holding space for things. Yeah. I'm seeing a question. If we've been selected for a panel, will we hear from the moderator? I'm going to give everyone the information. Whether or not you hear from the moderator in advance is sort of up to them. but everyone will have, they'll know who's on the panel with you within a couple weeks once everyone's confirmed.
Well, one thing that we are going to be doing proactively, specifically, since Cass, you mentioned lightsaber training, is we're going to try to put up a Zoom with as many of the lightsaber trainers and meditation trainers as possible to kind of go over, here's the space, here's exactly how it's going to work. There's a lot of logistics for lightsaber charging and a lot of other things that, here's how please make sure your session fits within what the space-time AV constraints. We want to make sure that everyone brings their top-notch show.
And we also want to make sure that the room itself is balanced so that there's plenty of space between all of you. We don't need to have anybody, sliced with a lightsaber early in the con. Just
We're
can't
gonna try
happen.
to make sure that everyone leaves with the same number of limbs they arrived with. That's our goal.
I
No
like
more,
it.
no less.
The event insurance people had a couple questions about lightsaber training.
Oh, I wish I could have been on that call. That would be hilarious.
It was, they had a good time. But thank you so much to everyone for the passion that you're bringing to this event. It truly is our entire goal with Halcy-Con. This entire event team is doing this to give you a moment to show your love for Star Cruiser, for the community, for immersive experiences. You're going to have an incredible time.
Yeah, and
so
we can't
excited.
wait.
So
We cannot
excited.
wait for everybody to see you shine.
But one thing you do have to wait for is the actual final event schedule.
Yes.
That with dates, times, rooms, etc., is going to be coming out September 20th. So that you got to wait a little
That's my
bit of time.
birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Birthday present to me is releasing the schedule.
Write that down. Cass's birthday. Everyone, remember that.
It would be very on brand if what I'm doing on my birthday is staring at spreadsheets and making sure everything's okay. Extremely on brand for a Virgo.
Happy advanced birthday.
Love it.
Well, speaking of conventions and schedules, we do want to kind of just say that Christine and I are going to be presenting 2 panels at San Diego Comic-Con this year. And San Diego Comic-Con is July 24th through 28th in, you guessed it, San Diego. But it's a lot of fun. We actually got to present again. We can't say the daytime room yet, but it's awesome. But Christine, can you tell us about the first panel?
Yeah, so our first panel is going to be all about Batu. So some of the folklore behind it, some of the ways to play in Batu that you may not be aware of. So we're very excited, and we won't be alone on that panel.
No, it's going to be Christine, myself, Mars from That Corner in Coruscant, and the absolutely sensational Holly Fry. You know her from Stuff You Missed in History Class, Criminalia, and also Full of Sith podcasts.
Yeah, so we're so excited. And like Martin said, we'll have more information on social media once the schedule is released.
And we've designed some pretty fun giveaways for that panel. So yeah,
Mhm.
watch our socials. And then I'm going to be doing a panel on the evolution of toy collecting with Silver Cyprian from Star Wars Thrifting, and she's also a docent at Rancho Obi-Wan.
Mhm.
And also Brian Fry, super collector, toy package artist, and all around just awesome guy. We're gonna have so much fun talking about toys, and just not really the evolution of toys themselves, but what's changed in how we collect them. And boy, the deeper we got into that is a rabbit hole of fun discussion points. So look forward to, if you're in San Diego at Comic-Con, be sure to check us out at those panels.
And of course, you will assume that we'll also be at Mosh Isley in San Diego. So if by any chance you don't catch us on the floor or in a panel, you can definitely find us there.
Mosh is Friday night,
Yes.
July 26th. Absolutely. Folks, if you've been to a Mosh, you know it's awesome. If you haven't been to a Mosh,
Buy tickets.
why haven't you been to a Mosh? They are sensational.
Yeah, you'll be glad you did for sure.
Well, moving on to something that I have been so excited about, that truly the very day that we came up with the whole concept for Halcy-Con, my brain just went on a running like 10,000 mile an hour gallop on things that were possible. And this was actually one of the very first things that I thought of on day one, the minute DJ Elliott kind of gave us the idea of, hey, you guys should do a convention. I had a wish list item. And one of the wish list items I had was we could put together a vendor room. We could put together a vendor room of people that, when you go to a normal con, it's a bunch of really varied stuff. Funko Pops here, action figures there, everything. We wanted something super targeted. We wanted a room full of very selected Black Spire Outpost, Galaxy's Edge, and Galactic Star Cruiser artists and makers. And of course, they can do stuff other than that, but we wanted folks that specialize or highlight anyway in those very, very special fields. And one thing that we really want to do before the event is we wanted so much to share all of these vendors and what they do with you at the event. We're like, why wait? So if you're a vendor at the event this afternoon, you got sent an email about a new promo program that we're going to be doing called Featured Vendors and also Exclusive Debuts. Because we know a lot of the vendors are bringing things that you can only get at Halcy-Con.
Oh, so exciting.
So save money, clear space on your shelves, on your walls. It's coming. But we want to kind of just show you, here's the format of what you're going to see for these posts. And let's talk about our first featured vendor. And our first featured vendor is Cardboard Galaxy. And this is one of my very, very favorite vendors. If you're a toy collector, you know them. Bob Collins is a legend. And what Bob has been doing for years is crafting absolutely stunning cardboard-based play sets, not just for Star Wars, but for several franchises. But one of the things that you probably know him for, if you're a Star Cruiser super fan, we've had this proudly displayed for a long time. Bob created a Star Cruiser cabin playset that you can actually, show it as if we go to the next slide, you can show it as like the Galaxy class suite, which Christine and I and our friend Drew were able to go into our first trip. And I got to tell you, the Galaxy class suite with the seats and the table, that was really, really cool. But of course, on the next slide, since I have the maturity of a 12-year-old, you got to, it's Han and Leia's honeymoon, and this is the bedroom. And Christine just shakes her head and says, why?
Hey, it was a great book, so you get a pass.
It was a great book. But we have to say that we approached Bob really early on with an idea that he's been making dozens and dozens of these fantastic play sets from every point in the saga. Could you do another one for Star Cruiser, for Halcy-Con? This is where we're going to show you, folks. This is the first of two exclusives from the Cardboard Galaxy. On the next slide, we have got Star Cruiser Bridge playset. Folks, this is a full action figure 3 3/4 inch scaled playset. It has all the consoles. It's got weapons. It's got the captain's console. It's got the systems. It's got the shields. Bob has recreated every single type of console scaled for your 3 3/4 figures. Let's actually go to the next slide really quick, and you can kind of see what it looks like populated with some of your favorite action figures that you can get right now that are available that were on Star Cruiser. It's really the coolest thing ever. It's a dream come true item for me. You can't see it, but I'm staring at the prototype right in front of me. And Bob absolutely knocked it out of the park. When you see how lovingly he recreated the shields table, the captain's hyperspace console, the weapon, everything. We got to pick what was in the window. And of course, what did we pick? We picked Batu. Gotta have Batu up in the window. But Bob says that the prototype for exclusive playset number 2 is at the printer right now. We're going to be seeing that in around a week or so. So expect to see another reveal from the Cardboard Galaxy soon. But again, you want a Halcyon Bridge playset, there's only one place you can get it, and that is
Halcy-Con.
Thanks so much, Bob. You have been knocking it out of the park, but we want to do this for every one
Yep.
of our Halcy-Con vendors. Even if you don't have an exclusive ready to show, we want to do a featured vendor that talks about you, what it is you do, talk about what kind of crafts you made, maybe why you wanted to become an artist or a maker. And if and when you've got the exclusive items ready to show, we'd love to feature that and give you some exposure on that as well. So if you're a vendor,
we agree, Stormtrooper guy.
Our wallet is not ready. But really, thank you. Get excited, folks. We've seen some of the things that are being created, and yes, your wallet is not ready.
No, it is not.
Start selling blood. Start selling plasma. It's funny.
Although we're not encouraging that.
Yeah,
we're not encouraging that.
We're doing it. We're just not encouraging it. It's kind of funny. On a side note, right down the street from us, we realized that there's a place called, I kid you not, CSL Plasma, for real. And we actually did a post that on Instagram. What did it say? It was like, doctors are confused when local man walks in asking, how much do you need to make Star Cruiser open again? But truly, get your wall space ready, get your shelf space ready.
Yeah.
You're going to be coming out of Halcy-Con with some amazing things. But we're not here just to talk about vendors.
No, we're not.
We're got some exciting news on our nighttime entertainment. And Christine, you have been working so hard, and I believe, boy, we're going to save one piece of this for a little bit. But
yeah,
we've got our Friday night lineup all set now.
Yes, so our Friday night is jam-packed. We told you before about Kyberpunks. They're going to start off the show with a bang. We are super stoked to see them live.
Raise your hand if you've got your Kyberpunks on like autoplay on your. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. We have an amazing thing in the works for the middle of this musical sandwich.
It's something you've never seen before. With a bunch of faces that look very, very familiar.
That's pretty familiar. But we are super excited to say that we have secured.
We were hoping.
If I'm lucky.
Yep.
So for any of you Florida folks who have been lucky enough to see them in person,
Gonk Rock.
I
honestly, that's got to be one of the most awesome. You can actually buy that on their show merch or their band merch store.
Yes.
Gonk Rock for the people.
Yes, it's amazing. So we'll have a link on the Halcy-Con site for you to be able to go if you want to buy anything in advance of the show. My guess is they'll also have stuff there at the show. But Ben Crane, for those of you who know that name, again, just an icon in the Star Cruiser super fans family.
Yeah.
So we're very, very happy to have him and the whole band there on Friday night.
So if the guy in the middle looks familiar to you, he should. He wasn't just a friend to one character on the Star Cruiser. He was a friend to multiple characters. And we actually got to see both. Our Ben Crane bingo card was thankfully filled, and we can't wait. We've listened to If I'm Lucky, their releases. It's just going to end the night with such a bang. But Halcy-Con isn't just about featuring folks from Star Cruiser talking about that. We really want to highlight folks that you may know that were behind the scenes, on the stage, whatever, not just talking about what was, but showing you what is and what will be. There's so much talent going on that we really want to share that and show you people that you recognize doing things that you didn't realize they did. And boy, if I'm lucky, they've been around, for a couple of years now.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
rocking this out, and it's going to actually bring down the house. So stay tuned for our last announcement for our Friday night. But we're so thrilled to have If I'm Lucky to close out the show with the Kyberpunks on Friday.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, is there anything else that we need to?
We have a lot of to-dos ourselves.
We have a lot of to-dos.
But that's the announcements that we got for this week. But I have to say that things are cranking at top speed at this point. We're less than 100 days. We're less than 90 days
Yeah, I know.
at this point.
Oh,
So things have been things are starting to get ordered. Things are starting to get signed. Things are starting to get paid for. Big expensive things are being paid for. It's all coming together, and a huge thanks to our incredible event team. We say it every time, and we mean it every time.
Yes.
We're the might be the top of the pyramid here, but folks, the top ain't nothing without everything that supports it down below. And we have the most amazing events team imaginable. That's really just putting so much time, so much effort, so much creativity into this for you. If you see him, if you talk to him, if you send him an email, say thank you, because they really are the ones that are helping make this thing be everything it can be.
Yeah, this is a passion project, and just like you guys, they have put all of their passion into this. They want so much for this to be a success for all of you. So yes, thank yous definitely need to happen. They've kept, I mean, our sanity. I mean, we're doing okay. So we can thank our team for that as well.
It's funny, every time I stop and think, Christine, we're really good at this, I realize that we have an incredible group of folks that are doing this purely because they love the community, they love the creativity. But something else that we do want to say is that we're still getting incredible messages from people. Hey, I have this, I can do that. Do you need blank? And the answer is yes, yes, and yes. This whole event is purely, what can you show? What can you give? What can you do? We're just putting up a stage for you to do that.
Yep.
So if you can do something cool, great. If you can contribute in some way with, we're going to be asking for volunteers very soon. Now that we've got the schedule kind of locked behind the scenes, again, we can't release it publicly yet. We're still kind of in flux, but we're getting a good idea of what we need for volunteers. And Mike Tierney on our event team, he's going to be jumping up and heading the volunteer program very, very soon. Christine? So right now, if there's anything, questions you have, let us know. We're easy to find.
And really too, along with everything else that we're doing, if you or a company that you work for or a company that you own have a desire to be a sponsor for Halcy-Con, we would love to hear from you. We're working right now on some sponsorship packages. And once we get those all set up, we'll make sure to announce those as well. But we would love to hear from you. We would love it.
So truly, this is together as one, together as one.
Yes.
There we go. Shirts available on our website right now.
And more to come.
More to come. But thank you to everyone. Truly get excited. This is happening. This is so very, very real.
We can't wait to see all of you in person.
Till the spire.
Till the spire.
Thanks, everyone.